They are
All of my
communicating with
numbers,
you.
all the numbers, my angel numbers.
Happy Wednesday, but there are numbers that you see recurringly. Now that I've
I
stated
see them
this,
all.
you'll take notice
I see
to
all of
see
them.
if you see, like, you may see 922 a lot. Just start paying attention.
I see all of them. I'm a money man. I see all the digits.
Talking about recurring digits
I see a
that are
trillion.
evidence that your angels are speaking with you and they're communicating with you.
Yoo-hoo-hoo. Happy Wednesday. Happy Wednesday. How y'all doing?
Happy Wednesday, happy Wednesday, happy Wednesday. As I was pressing start, I saw 12:34 on the clock and I said, "Oh, those are my angel numbers." And Mr. Henderson, he wanted to know more about that, didn't you?
Angel numbers. My man Mario. How you doing, Mario?
Happy Wednesday. You are tuned in to Transitions, Life Lessons, and Legacy. I am Hyacinth Henderson, joined with my father, Mr. Robert Henderson Jr., founder, president, and CEO of the Henderson Financial Group. You like how I introduced you?
Yes, I love that. And
Yeah.
it is 1236. 1236. Is that angel number? That's somebody angel number.
Somebody's, but not mine. My
I don't know
angels
what it
don't use
means.
those numbers to communicate
I
with
don't-
me.
I don't know.
They use 1, 2, 3, 4
And what they say to you?
a lot. You want to talk about it now? You want to just make the show about angel numbers? I think that would be phenomenal.
You'll be scaring the people.
I don't. They will not be scared.
Yes, you will.
They will
You start talking about
not.
angel numbers, they will. You got Miss Redhead. Won't she scare you,
They
Miss
won't.
Redhead?
You don't know what people read in their spare
I don't
time.
know what people do. You're right. I don't know what people got. I don't know what people have in the dungeon, and I don't know what they have in the basement. I don't know. But if you start talking about angel numbers, they're gonna.
This
look
is
at you.
interesting to me because if you believe and you agree that we are a soul, the body is just flesh, right? We're not our body. We are a soul. We are a spirit. Then why can't you believe in, not can't, but why are you mocking angel numbers? Why do you believe in angels?
I believe in everything. Since I don't know a lot, I believe in everything. I'm smart enough to say that I'm smart enough not to believe, not to say I don't believe. If you
Okay.
tell me something, I say okay.
Because the body is just an avatar. That's just what we use because we're in this incarnation as a human. But remember, we're all energy. You believe that?
Okay, but I'm not gonna. I'm smart enough not to take a stand against something that I don't know not of.
Okay.
So I'm always learning. So if you say your angel numbers and all
Mhm.
that and avatar, I'm be listening like, oh,
But you're just
I'm
not
wide
there
open
yet.
like a babe.
I got you.
I'm wide
Speaking
open.
of which, the event that we're having tomorrow at the office is on a full moon. I know you didn't know the moon was gonna be full.
Now, should I feel bad because today is Wednesday and because you knew that tomorrow, Thursday, is a full moon? I don't.
And full moons are good for releasing and shedding and letting go.
Well, I went to the bathroom this morning and I went afternoon. So I don't know what that have to do with the full moon. I'm just moving and grooving and growing and just living and taking each day. And since you knew about tomorrow, Thursday is going to be a full moon.
It's going to be a phenomenal event.
You just told me and I'm open and wide. I'm not going to say, no, it's not, because I don't know enough about it. And that's one thing that I like about myself. I am open, receptive, and ready for change and knowledge and growth.
I like that you're open and receptive.
Yeah, I won't tell you, no, it ain't a full moon.
Good.
I don't even say how you know. But you did some research. you took some time to find out that tomorrow is a full moon.
The moon has been waking me up in the middle of the night for the past 2 nights.
The moon's been waking you up?
Can you believe that? I wake up and the moon is right there outside of my window. Just right there, bright. Like middle of the night.
So your window open. Your shades don't be closed.
No.
You scared somebody go, you don't mind?
On the second floor.
Oh, you on the second floor. See, my bedroom's on the first floor.
Mm-hmm.
I'm getting too old, man. I have no upstairs.
No, they're open. The only time I close them is if I'm watching a movie or something. But other than that, they're open all day, 24/7.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So the moon wake you up.
It's been like right perfectly in the frame, in the window frames where I can see it.
That is interesting to know. I would have never known that if you wouldn't have told me that, daughter. Wow.
I am Hyacinth Henderson, the co-CEO of the Henderson Financial Group, a licensed stockbroker, a registered investment advisor representative, and an annuity and insurance broker, and his daughter.
Yes, Mario says he's in Tennessee on vacation. Good vacation. I love Tennessee there, Mario. Man, I know you're having a great time. And Mario also say, you have a wealth of information.
But
let's pass on the angel numbers. Thank you.
You skipped that comment. You skipped Mrs. Redhead's comment. to read Mario's comment. Can you be so kind
Okay,
enough,
Miss
kind sir, to
Redhead
read
says,
what Mrs.
I
Redhead
want to
said?
hear about it. Miss
Thank you.
Miss Redhead,
She's
you want
open.
okay, well, I'm open too.
That's
Miss
good.
Redhead
She's
says she want to
open-minded.
hear more about angel numbers.
We will dedicate an entire show
We
to
will?
angel.
We will.
Miss Redhead, call me. Call me later. I'll talk to you about it.
Angel numbers. Okay.
It's important.
Maybe we
Okay.
can tell about the lotto numbers too. Angel numbers. Okay, but the day I show
Today,
is talking last week. First of all,
What did we
today we're
talk
going to talk
about
about commitment.
Mhm.
Last week we talked about tricking your subconscious mind.
Oh, yes, we did.
That
Mhm.
inner self and
Mhm.
programming it and
Mhm.
helping it do your deeds.
Mhm.
Because we use that a lot. Y'all don't know, but I'm telling you, we use that a lot in terms of our subconscious mind. Talk to it, impress it, tell it what we want, and then we know we have to go out and help it and do it, and then it comes to fruition.
Mhm.
Today is I got a call, as a matter of fact, earlier today, and it was a smart young lady, and she asked me, did I get some sort of email or whatever about, this some guy, and he was talking about joining a club into Forex currency trading, and the lady who I spoke to, who called me about it, and she's not 21, she's over 50 years old, and she asked me about it, and I said, listen, there are so many ways to make money, and there's so many things to get involved with, like Heisey with the angel numbers and the moon going to be something.
Full moon
We're going to be
tomorrow.
full moon tomorrow.
Yeah.
There's a lot of things to know out there.
Mhm.
And I take it, Heisey, I think you spend a nice great amount of time, more than I do, on the moon and the numbers and stuff, in terms of
Just need a few minutes today, but I've been studying for a long time. I'm just now talking about it with you, like in the public domain.
okay.
Wallace D. Waddle
but
says
you've been-
that. For years.
Okay.
And I always learn something new.
Okay, so I haven't put a lot of study into
Mhm.
the Mercury and Venus, and I have not done
Mhm.
that, but I'm open to it, But I'm right now I'm focused on some other things that I care that are very important to me. And right now the moon, and right now it's not really. I'm not saying it won't be, but right now it's just not. It's not on my list of priorities. Okay, but don't get me wrong, Miss Redhead. I'm open, willing, and able and receptive. Okay, so anytime I hear something about the angel numbers, that's interesting. I won't bat it down. That's interesting because there's plenty of stuff that I don't even know that I don't even know that I don't even know. So since I am an advocate of trying to always learn, then I'm always open. Y'all get that? Okay. So this young lady, she called me about Forex and saying that, there's a lot of people who she knows that are saying get into this Forex club. And I said, listen, unless you're getting ready to commit a lot of time and effort and focus on Forex training, then, hey man, it's moot, because it's so many things. And let me tell you why I'm saying that, because today's show, we're going to dedicate on focus on committing. I am so amazed, even at this age, 64, I'll be 65 this year, that there's so many adults. Now I can see when you're like in the teens, 16, 17, 18, 19, even in your young 20s, you're trying to figure out how you're going to make your money, especially if you're not getting an inheritance. You got to try to figure it out how you're going to be able to have a good balanced life, stay away from crime and the justice system, and try to stay away from that health system, the hospitals also, and take care of your mind, body, and soul and spirituality, and uplift yourself and have a wonderful life and help and share with people what you've learned. I'm so amazed that so many people over the age of 40 by now still are just looking for things and stuff to get rich or to get wealthy. When if you look around, everything that you can see, from this shirt to this watch to Heisey's earrings to her outfit on, if
To
you
my
look
lipstick.
to a lipstick, there's somebody that became millionaires selling lipstick.
Mhm.
There's someone who became millionaires selling earrings. There's someone who's became millionaires selling these blouses, what she have on. There's someone
By selling zippers.
selling zippers,
Yeah.
selling necklaces,
Mhm.
selling watches, selling clothes, selling eyeglasses. There is not one industry in the world where someone have not got very wealthy. So my point is, if you can get wealthy off everything that you see, these lights, these cameras, there's not one thing. What makes a difference is your commitment and how good you are and how good your service is. That's what gives you wealth.
So it's not the thing. It's basically what you're saying.
And listen, when you get to a certain age, 40, 50, 60, 70, you got to know, man. That's why I'm so amazed that so many people still doing scratch off, trying to instantly get there. The universe, Mother Nature, everything is about timing. You can't hurry up December. Right now, we're in April. And just because you want December to be here tomorrow, it ain't going to be here. I don't care how much money you have. I don't care how you look. I don't care what political party. I don't care if your mama, daddy, queen. It don't matter. It's going to take its time. And when you start understanding that, that is the beginning of wisdom. So you pick a field, whether you're a surgeon, a heart surgeon. Think about that. A heart surgeon has to put a lot of time and being really good if he's going to be successful. And when you're really good, joy starts come in that field. You like it. You don't have a surgeon that's a surgeon today, this morning, and by the afternoon, he's going to be a barber. And later on tonight, he's going to be a caterer. And over the weekend, he's going to be playing in the band. And then he's going to be an actor.
I seen you at a jazz club on Sunday. You ready for my surgery on Tuesday?
Right. And then he also an attorney doing divorce court or trying someone for murder.
But I like all the animated examples that you're giving us on this Fine Wednesday. So we can really get a visual.
You can?
Oh, yes.
That's what it's about. You got to be able to see what I'm saying.
I saw the surgeon in the jazz club on Sunday, and his office calling me on Monday saying you need to be there at 5 a.m. on Tuesday. Right. And me wondering, is it going to be the same man who was just in the jazz club? Is he well rested enough? Do he have a hangover? Did he study the arteries and the capillaries?
Exactly.
Right? No, so I appreciate the visuals, but what you're saying, what I hear, what is important for the audience to understand is that you don't chase the thing, because a lot of times people can get caught up in the thing and not focus on the commitment. So I love the examples that you gave, that you can get somebody is rich off of lipstick, the creation of lipstick, the person who created the concept of lipstick,
being a dentist,
and then the different colors of it, and then the zipper. You know, people, you can get wealthy and rich off of anything. The key comes in because when we start talking about commitment, you have to wonder what hinders your ability to commit.
Right.
And that's very important, because a lot of times people don't realize that commitment is more than just saying you're committed. You actually have to do it. And that desire to be committed to something comes from something deeper. And it cannot come from just, oh, I can make money off of it. So using your example of the lady who called you saying, you know, there's this Forex club, if she is not interested in the financial markets, if she is not interested in the way that the foreign exchange markets works, and it just doesn't light her up, she can pay that money, whatever the fee is. It's calling me at my gate. Whatever the fee is, but she will lack the commitment to study, lack the commitment to show up, lack the commitment to consistently pursue that space, because it ain't really what she wants.
That's right. Because it takes a lot of time being great and good at something, man. Mm-hmm. I mean, and when you get a certain age, an adult, we got to start realizing that. Mm-hmm. Just because somebody, your girlfriend or boyfriend, tell you, hey, man, I made a lot of money selling hair. Hey, man, I made a lot of money selling Botox. Hey, man, I like this person right here. When you get on that social media, it will run you out of your mind. Because there's so many people telling you, look at me, look what I'm doing. You know, I'm selling fingernails. Look at me, I'm selling this and that and that. And then you all over the place, which is what we call drifting. Mm-hmm. You're not committed.
Not being committed. I think an important part of this conversation, let me remove the word I think. I'm moving on from that. An important piece to this conversation about commitment and understanding that it's not the thing that you want. It is you being committed. You need to choose what you're committed to. Commitment is a choice. And the way that you get to choose what you're committed to is by first understanding what you want. Like one of the beautiful ways that I like to see it and suggest that people do it is how do you see your future life? What does that look like? How do you see your future self or your highest self? What is your highest self doing? What does your highest self enjoy? What kind of lifestyle does your highest self live?
Yeah. You know, when you were just talking, I just got a visual, because you know I'm a visual person. And I just thought about nature. I was thinking, can you see a rabbit saying, hey, I'm a rabbit today, tomorrow I'm gonna be a horse. And then the next day I'm gonna be a bird. And the next day
Yeah.
I'm going to be a squirrel. Next day
Yeah.
I'm going to be, you know what I mean? This year I'm not a rabbit anymore.
Mhm.
Man, it goes against nature.
Yeah,
I mean, you could be a Renaissance.
but I want the people to understand that you first must decide and choose and come to the space of spending time with learning what your highest self looks like.
And making a commitment. And
Like
saying,
what does your ideal life look like? Because if not, if your ideal life is to work 4 days a week or work 4 hours a day instead of, let's paint this picture. If your ideal life is one where you work twice a week and you don't see individual clients and you make $1 million a year and you only work twice a week for 3 hours per day, there is no sense in you signing up to be a garbage man because they told you can make a lot of money. There's no sense in you saying, I want to be a car salesman, right? So what I'm saying and I'm suggesting that you do is first identify how you want your ideal life to look. What does that look like? And we all have a picture. Most of the times you just push it out of the way because you've been conditioned to believe that it can't be a reality. But you know how you want to enjoy your days. You know how your life looks. You know what kind of car you want to drive. You know what kind of relationship, all of these things. So once you first sit with that, then you can decide, okay, I hear them talking about this opportunity to make money and they're talking about that opportunity to make money and they're talking about this opportunity to make money. But when I sit down and I realize that there's going to take a commitment for each and every opportunity, I get to decide what I'm going to commit to or what I'm going to choose, because if I choose something that does not align with how I see my ideal life, I'm never going to be committed. Does that make sense?
No, it makes a lot of sense.
You have to first decide. You have to get very clear on that and not let anyone tell you it's not possible. Because if not, you'll be right. You'll be chasing this, and this. People always call here and they're like, oh, I'm doing this now. It's the equivalent of people moving. I'm moving here. Why are you moving there? Oh, because the houses are cheap. Okay. What else? Oh, I want to do this because I want to make some money. What else? What does your ideal life look like? And once you understand that, then you pick with the understanding that you're going to have to be committed day in and day out.
And it's and when and that thing commitment is it's a battle. I mean, it's you have to have discipline, self-discipline. I mean, how you doing, Jerome McMillan? But you have to have discipline, and you cannot accomplish anything without having discipline. Even to be in a relationship, even to be a marriage, that's commitment, that's discipline. I mean, it requires a lot of people are in prison because of disciplinary actions that they didn't do. They broke rules, they broke the laws, and we ourselves, a lot of us break universal laws because we're not committed. We don't have the discipline. If you want to accomplish anything, you have got to work at it. There's something that they say you got to do at least 10,000 hours. I don't know if that's true, but just like what we do. I mean, I actually love doing what I do. If I was making $100 billion, I still would love what I do. I wouldn't be able to spend all the money, but I still would love what I do. I wouldn't say, okay, I made enough, I'm gonna stop. Because I still love helping people achieve their goals. Because it's a form of creativity for me when I see something, nothing, and make it to nothing, making it to something, or helping people to get to the promised land, or get to their higher selves, or get to their higher ground, or get to their goals. I really like doing that. It's like me being a nurse or doctor or just helping, so basically a servant. And I like being a servant. It just happened to be I'm serving in the financial services business, but it's still being a servant. I feel that a doctor or nurse or gardener or painter, when you get fulfilled for accomplishing a job, some people want you to do something and you help them. That's that service, that commitment. I enjoy doing that. And that's why I say I'm going to do this for the rest of my life, because I get a kick out of it. For me to just be like, I have $1 billion and I ain't helping nobody, I feel like a leaf just starting to die. I mean, what are you here for?
At first, when you used to say you're going to be doing this for another 30 years, I'm like, you're going to be 90 something? Lord, please, no, right? Go get a hobby. But now, as I start understanding more about, the brain and how when people stop doing stuff, doing what they love and doing it for so long, how it negatively affects their brain.
Yes, it does.
Please come every day. You can come. We'll just
doesn't have to come.
Just, but be
home in the backyard by the pool, counseling and saying something.
Yeah,
you know?
do that. Yes,
Yeah,
you're always on the board.
Yeah.
You're forever on the board of directors. Stay, because I want your mind to be here. I want you. So yes, you don't retire.
So today, if you just came in late, we're talking about stop chasing things and stuff, and first get the foundation correct.
So
Understand that it's about commitment.
something came to me as you were just speaking, right? And you were you used the example, you said even if you're in a marriage, and then you also talked about you loving what you do, and it, you know, doesn't feel like work to you.
It's a service.
So what I heard was, and this can apply, the visual that I got was a woman complaining about making a sandwich for her husband versus a woman who loves to make the sandwich for her husband, right? And so the difference between something that looks like a commitment versus something that looks like a chore is the decision that you made, right? Because when you made the decision that this is how I want my life to look, I like this person. I'm not just marrying this person just because they check all these boxes, or I'm doing what I love, so it's not, you know, work to me. That decision is so important. That decision is going to have a profound impact on whether or not you look at the activities that you are doing as a part of your commitment or as a chore. That's deep. So when you find things that you're looking at and you're like, this feels like a chore to me, this and this, it feels like a chore and you aren't committed to it because you are out of alignment. That's not really where you want to be. That's not really what you want to be doing. When you are committed to something, it doesn't feel like a chore. It feels like something that you are doing because you either enjoy doing it, you're looking forward to achieving the goal, you're looking forward to seeing the satisfaction on the client's face, on your spouse's face. It's like, okay, I don't see this as a chore. I see this as a part of my commitment. That is so important to understand. So as we're talking about the different options that you have, different avenues to make money or have wealth, or even when you're deciding who to commit to, if you find yourself looking at, dang, now I got to go over here with this person, you know what I mean? Nah, I got to go do this. You're out of alignment. You have not first clearly identified how you want your ideal life to look, what that looks like. So now you're pulled into doing something and you feel like it's a lack of commitment, but it really is because you're out of alignment. I hope y'all picking up what I'm putting down. I know that's a lot of words for you.
Well, as long as they got a visual, they can understand.
Yeah.
So today we're talking about, you know, being committed, and that being committed to something, you have to have that discipline, the stick-to-itiveness, because anything that we learn and accomplish, think about it, man. Life in itself, in order to learn, a lot of times we learn by making mistakes. So anytime you want to get into something new, you can't price it to perfection, because that's growth and enhancement. It's part of a new thought. I mean, think about just the development and think about yourself. I mean, it's part of it. You know, that's what a draft is. That's what a draft. You know, a writer. There's no writer who can write a movie or a book that just takes out a typewriter or a computer and just type it on the first draft. You always, he or she will type, ball up that paper, throw it away, and say, okay, let me do it again.
And that's actually a concept they tell you to do. Just get it out and understand that you may throw out the first draft.
But the thing is, they still committed to doing better, each and every one of us. But they're committed on writing a book or writing a story or writing a speech. Chefs do it all the time. Chefs do, even financial planning. What I'm doing, I do things much better now than I did 20 years ago. If you came to me 20 years ago and say, why you ain't tell me that then? My consciousness wasn't there. That's what learning and growing. Warren Buffett, the 5th richest man in the world, I'm pretty sure what he knows now is far more than what he knew 30 years ago, because you continue to grow, but you're committed. Every design, if you think about what I'm saying, think about the car manufacturers. Oh my God, you know how the car manufacturers have evolved and things have gotten newer and improved and more efficient. And you think about the cell phone. I mean, what we iPhone 14, 15 or something? And they already think about 17 and 18. They just haven't told you about. So that tells you about each and every one of us. We are a process, a project. We're in movement. But you got to be committed to that. You can't keep saying, I'm going to be working on this, and then I'm going to switch and go to that, and switch and go to that, and switch and go to that. Because a lot of people who are drifting, they're older, and they always looking for the next best thing. What are we selling now? We're selling tea. What are we selling now? We're selling this network marketing. We're selling this. And it's like the everything, man. They're always selling gadgets, and it's always quick and hurry up. Let's try to get rich. No, you got to commit and be really good at what you do. And as I said earlier, there's a lot of things that you can really do in the world in terms of service that we all need and will pay you for. Isn't that something?
Mm-hmm. But you have to know who you are. When you were talking, I heard Lion King. You don't even know who you are, Rafiki. You don't even know who you are.
Lion King?
The movie.
Oh, yes, I saw the play. That's pretty good.
Yeah.
That was really good.
You need to know, yeah. But I'm all the way in deep end. I'm gonna bring it back. So you're right. You're 100% right. There's always a way for you to make some money. There's always something for you to do. But it's not about the thing that's the problem. It's not the thing. It's about you.
That's right. The commitment. And Mario just reminded us. He says he's been researching blockchain.
Very good.
You mentioned blockchain a couple weeks ago. So much to learn. Hey, Mario, you are spot on, man. Heise and I, we're looking into this, learning about this blockchain, this AI, the future stuff. It is so much, but we're committed. If somebody come to me and say, why not learn about something about oil or how to go in the oil business? I mean, it's like, you know how many times I've gotten approached about, they're telling me, Robert, let's get into the marijuana business. But for me, I'm a committed type of person. For me to get into the marijuana business, I'd have to leave what I'm doing now and focus on the marijuana business, which means a lot of other stuff is going to get undone. But that's not going to make me happy. I don't even smoke marijuana. Okay, some of y'all do, y'all good. I never smoked marijuana. I don't want to get into something just because of the money. Otherwise, when I was growing up, I'd have been selling drugs with my friends because they did it because of the money. But I never did stuff just because of the money. I have to feel good and like what I'm doing. That's about me. So I'm not chasing the marijuana. I'm pretty sure there's a lot of people gonna make money in the marijuana dispensary business. They are. But I'm not going to stop doing what I love and like to do just to chase the thing. Because like I said, whether it's marijuana, whether it's illegal cocaine, or whether it's pills or whatever it is,
you can make some money.
You can make money in everything, whether you're selling cameras or selling eyeglasses. Think about it. You have to decide, because I'm telling you, if anybody tell you that it's going to be easy, when they put out those network marketing and stuff you see on social media, it's easy. You can make a lot of money. Don't believe them. As soon as they say that, run, because that goes against the grown-ups, the universal law. You didn't, wherever you are right now, the age you are right now, it took a while to get there. If you're silly, you took a long time you got a lot of being silliness time in there. You know, if you're smart, you got a lot of, you put a lot of book reading in something in order to get to where you are. My point is, it takes time to be good at something.
It does. It takes time, and it takes consistency and commitment. That's another C word, right?
Yes.
Consistency. Good job, Mario, reading about blockchain. Call me at the office. I have a course for you. I have something I can share with you for that. I think you'll like. It's light too. It'll really, really enlighten you and blow your mind, because everything is going to be between blockchain, smart contracts, AI, Web3. You're going to need to know it. But here's the thing. Some people won't know it, and some people, they're like, yeah, what are you talking about? But then, when the woe is me comes, you had the opportunity to learn.
Yeah, because like I use computers all the time, but being a software design, a computer engineer, I know not of.
Yeah, it's different. It reminds me of a few days ago, somebody said to me, it's just Miami don't want Black people to live here. It's just getting hard and hard for Miami. Miami is no longer for Black people.
Who said that?
I'll tell you later. And I didn't say anything. I just
said the whole city. Okay.
Just don't want Black people here. And I just listened. Because I'm not going back and forth. So I just listened. But I thought to myself, I said,
Black people everywhere.
it's not. And so the reference was because of the amount that it costs. So Miami is getting too expensive. They don't want Black people to live here. And so in my mind, I was thinking, well, you're supposed to make you some more money, right? Like, this is not a black or white thing. This is about, okay, have you consistently worked on a craft so that you can consistently grow, so that you can consistently increase your income? It's not what's happening in Miami as far as pricing is concerned and real estate and the cost of living is concerned. It's not about black or white. Y'all need to understand that. That's why I don't engage in a lot of race topics and stuff like that.
That's right. Because when she said that to you, you could have said, if she says that they don't want a lot of Black people living in Miami because the cost of living is so high, she's talking economics and she's talking money, right?
Correct.
But she could. I mean, when you said that to me, what came to my mind was, what about Mercedes-Benz? What about Bentley? Bentley don't want nobody Black because it costs too much money. There's a lot of people there's school teachers driving around Mercedes-Benz and Rolls, and Range Rovers, those expensive cars. It depends on you and where you are in consciousness and what your earning potential and ability is.
Yeah, I didn't say anything.
Oh, okay.
I'm not in a season where I'm convincing you.
Oh, it's the moon. Yeah.
I'm not combative. I'm just like, okay.
She said something profound like that. That's shallow.
Based on her conscience, exactly.
Yeah.
Based on her consciousness, that's where she is, and she believed that. Yeah. So who am I to pull you off the steps of the shallow end of the pool, talking about you can swim, I got you? You don't think I try to drown you?
That's like somebody stepping in a puddle of water, saying this is all the water in the world right here. This puddle.
I just let it fly. I didn't apply. I was like, wow. Okay. But I thought it was very interesting because things are becoming very expensive in Miami. And let me retract that. The prices of things are increasing, as they should. We don't stay the same. The prices of things are.
Nothing does.
It doesn't. So here's the question that you must ask yourself. What am I doing to increase?
To keep up with what am I doing? Where you want to live.
Right. And even your knowledge, like, what are you studying? How are you growing? Because everything around you is growing. And if you cannot keep up with the growth, then that's a reflection that you are not growing yourself. You ain't learned nothing new. You ain't did nothing new. You ain't made no more money. So of course you're like, oh, they doing this to us. No, you're doing this to yourself, because what are you doing with your free time? In between time.
I can imagine the people that was riding horses and buggy when they came up with cars. I guess people said they don't want us to buy a car because the only thing we got is money for a horse.
Correct.
And now it didn't go back.
It's never going back.
Yeah.
Never. So when we talk about blockchain and the future of technology, you can sit on the sideline if you want to. You'll be okay. You're gonna be exactly where you're supposed to be. Right?
Yeah.
Hi,
Caramilla. If you're joining us for the first time here, we're talking about commitment. And since we're on Facebook and YouTube simultaneously, you can always go back and look at the show. But we started because I got a call this morning from someone that said they had been invited. A group of people have been invited to join foreign exchange club, so you can learn all about foreign exchange trading. And the client called me and asked me, had I heard of that, and what did I think of that? And this person here is who called me. They're lobbyists, and they constantly in meetings. And I said, I mean, you can make money doing, anything and everything, from selling T-shirts to shirts to cars to furniture to paper. There's not one industry that someone hasn't gotten very wealthy. And to demonstrate that, I gave examples. Because even chicken, that little chicken that's on the farm, someone said, that little chicken is pluck. Why not fry him up, put some spice on it, and call him Popeyes? And then somebody else said, oh man, that's Popeye chicken. They got very rich in that. And somebody else says, there's another chicken. Oh, why not pluck him up and fly him up and call him Chick-fil-A? The same chicken. And guess what? They got wealthy with Chick-fil-A.
I think Chick-fil-A chickens is organic, ain't they?
Well, the lines alone. That's all I know.
Maybe not. It ain't organic.
And then somebody else saw that same chicken. Yeah. And somebody said, oh, still chicken. Mm-hmm. Oh, why don't we get that chicken and fry him up or bake him or whatever? And why don't we call it Kentucky Fried Chicken?
Mm-hmm.
Still chicken. My point is, it's not just the chicken. It's how you do the thing. Doing it a certain way.
Yeah.
Everything. I mean, there's some T-shirts out there that cost $500, and there's some T-shirts you can get from Marshall or Ross that cost $9.99.
$5 below $5.
Oh, that's right. They
Five
sell
Below.
t-shirts.
Yes, sure do.
Five Below sell t-shirts.
Sure do.
And they really are $5
$5.
You know, I've never been in the Five Below. I ought to go there, right?
It's a-
Five Below.
Please don't start buying Five Below t-shirts,
No,
please.
I'm just saying.
But no, it's Five
And
Below.
100% cotton.
They
Cotton
don't
is cotton.
shrink after I wash them.
After-
So after I wash it, it
Oh, so
doesn't
you're
shrink.
admitting on TV here. I mean, right here, you Five Below. Look at Miss Bougie. Look at my daughter.
You still
Five
bad because I
Below.
won't eat at Applebee's. You still won't
I
let
don't
that
feel
go.
bad. I ain't eating Applebee's in a long time.
Only
That's
because they closed it down. The one by the office. What was that? Oh, Ruby
no, that was
Tuesday.
Ruby Tuesday.
Right. Oh gosh.
That
You
was
want
my
something from Ruby
favorite.
Tuesday? Why are you asking me this?
She used to get on me all the time. Said, "Dad, why
I'm
you
so
go to
glad they closed
Ruby
it down.
Tuesday was 5 minutes from my office here in Miami Lakes.
Mhm.
They had a great salad, and you know I like the salmon, and it was a great price.
You know
And
that
it's-
wasn't salmon.
What you think about?
Some with some pink dye in
You
it.
have no, you have no. But anyway, they closed it down because of the pandemic and all the stuff.
Thank
So
God.
that's why they don't. She teased me about going to Ruby Tuesday.
But I will buy a $5 t-shirt to wear around
But
the
my
house.
point, what I was making is that they're the chicken.
Mm-hmm.
So my point is that even though it's the chicken, it
It's how
depends
you
on
do it.
how you do it.
Yeah.
It's pies, how you
Mm-hmm.
do it. It's ice cream from Ben and Jerry's to Breyers
Mm-hmm.
to who else? Who's another brand?
Baskin Robbins.
Baskin Robbins. And what's the one on the corner of Miami Lakes there?
Cold Stone.
Cold Stone, still ice cream. You know
Mhm.
what I mean? I mean,
Who else we got?
it's another one in Miami Lakes on the corner. Been there for a long time. The big ice cream place. Haagen-Dazs.
Oh yeah, yeah,
Haagen-Dazs.
right. You used to take me there when I was a little girl.
That's
right here
right.
in, by the fire station.
That's right.
I remember that. They still around?
Yeah, they're still around.
Wow.
Ice cream. So my whole point is,
Mhm.
it's just not whether it's ice cream or chicken or a cotton t-shirt. It's how you sell it. It's like real estate. Some people got a real estate license. They only sell houses for $200,000. That same person that sat next to you, they got the real estate license, same license, sell $2 million houses. It's how you do it.
And there's some people who have a real estate license or any license who, this is so important. They're waiting for the ideal conditions. So I'm waiting for the market to shift. I'm waiting for this to happen. Do you understand that there are people closing real estate deals every single day?
Every day.
Every day.
And let me tell you something. I know at least 3 other CFPs, certified financial planners. They broke. They make like $40,000 a year.
Mhm.
That's it. So it's not the thing.
Right. Not the license.
It's not the license. It's not foreign exchange. It's not being get a stockbroker's license. It's not, just getting a husband.
It's your commitment to it. When I Google like the
wife.
average salary of like a financial advisor or something, I be clutching my pearls like this one.
Yeah.
this what these I can't.
Yeah. Just like
It's very interesting.
Yeah. Just like the average life insurance person make like $40,000
Why?
because they doing a certain thing.
Yeah,
It's like a
certain thing in a
chicken.
certain way,
It's
yeah.
like the chicken. They don't know. They ain't selling chicken like we doing chicken.
Right. It's true.
You know what I mean?
It's very
So
true.
my whole point is, when you gain wisdom and understanding, you
Mhm.
start to sit back and you see how things are. And it's really close to nature. It really is. If you look at nature, the way things happen, seasons and commitment and timing. I see more into the stars and the moons and retrogrades and all that.
And don't forget the planets.
And then the planets. I'm just more into the actually nature where I can actually see unity to me. When I see growing up, when I was a kid, and I seen a cockroach upside down on its back, and seen a cockroach going up the side of the wall.
Mhm.
So you might have just seen a cockroach, or you might have just seen ants. What I seen was unity. I seen commitment.
You didn't see trauma.
No, I said
You weren't traumatized.
I said, how could that be? The roach is dead. The ants getting some food, and they actually crawl. One ant couldn't do it.
Mhm.
They doing it together. So that tells me team. So that in my mind, I said, whoa, look at that. See? That's how I see stuff. I see stuff when I look at my hands, my one hand. I look at that and I say, oh my God, thank God I got all my fingers. But I see this short, fat one.
Mhm.
That's the thumb. The thumb can't get mad with the pinky because the pinky serves its purpose. And all 5 fingers are different, and they all do something
Different.
different.
Mhm.
and they all are useful.
That's enough. That's
I ain't gonna do the other one, y'all
That's
know,
enough.
but y'all get it. So I look at nature, and so that tells me that you get more in terms of quality, support, unity, togetherness, teamwork. That's nature to me. You know, when I look at a tree, if you have a tree that has one orange on it versus another tree that's full of oranges,
Mhm.
the tree that has a lot of oranges is a healthier tree.
Mhm.
So me, if I
Oh, I
become
like where you're going
wealthy,
with this. I like this.
if I become wealthy,
Mhm.
I feel bad if you don't have no money. You don't have
Mhm.
no money. I don't want to be the big shot in the room. No, I
Mhm.
want you to have some money. You to have some money. Just because I slip and fall, y'all can pull me up like the ant.
Proximity, yeah.
That's what I see.
Mhm.
You understand?
Mhm.
So that's commitment. That's why
Mhm.
I'm in the field that I'm in. That's why I give away and talk and teach, because I want y'all to see the big picture. And it's nature. So stop trying to, when somebody, and you 40, 50 years old and somebody got some new thing, do this, do that, do that, do that. No.
Unless you're going to fully commit to it.
Unless you're going to
That's
fully.
the key. Not saying there's anything wrong with Forex or whatever the things are that they're presenting to you. We're not giving you an opinion one way or another on the thing. That's what we don't want y'all to miss. We want you to focus on the commitment. So when they say all you have to do is pay $30 a month, or all you have to do is this, ask yourself, how committed are you going to be to studying, to working, to learning, to showing up every day? If you're not going to be committed, it doesn't matter if it's free $99 a month. You still aren't going to work it. It's not going to work because you haven't worked it.
And you know, I'm glad you said that, because there's
Mhm.
industries out there, they say that they're going to put out something for people and tell people how they can get rich quick. They already know that
Mhm.
90% of the people going to buy it and they ain't
Mhm.
going to do it.
Mhm.
Because they're going to send you a stack of books and tapes and all this, and they
Mhm.
know they're not going to do it.
Mhm.
I just found out that there are gyms,
Mhm.
you know, when you go work out,
Mhm.
they know how many people are going to
Actually show up. Yeah.
And more people will pay for automatic
Draft. Yeah. Bank
bank
Mhm.
draft on membership
Mhm.
and never go.
Yeah.
And they make a lot of money on that.
Mhm.
And that's
Mhm.
imagine if you showed up, you know.
Mhm.
So commitment. So today's show was
Mhm.
about commitment. Ask yourself, what are you committed to, and what do you have discipline to? So these are very important things as you growing up, and we all are still growing up. Hopefully, hopefully you ain't
While you're
finished.
here, you're still growing.
I hope hopefully we still growing, you know, growing
Mhm.
up and being committed to something. So that therefore you won't. And when you're being committed, it helps you, because then you stay out of the riffraff, the drifting, because there's so much going on in social media, TV, the news, political, the war, just so much, man. It's enough to get you very, very depressed. But if you don't try to keep looking around and paying attention, looking around and everything, and your neck and you're tired and sleeping wore out and anxiety come in, just focus on something. That's what meditation is. Meditation, when you are committed and focusing, that's another word for committing and focusing, is meditation. You're meditating on it, right? Like that? Kind of, sort of. You
Kind
own
of,
it.
sort of.
You own it.
Yeah, you're on it.
Meditation is more okay.
Yeah.
You're clearing your mind. You're just there. You're like nothing. You're just in there. You're floating like a snowflake.
Light as a feather.
Light as a feather. You know?
Transcending your body. Going to visit your old school teacher.
Yeah.
Yeah, but meditation does really, oh my gosh, just start meditating daily and watch how your day unfolds versus the days that you don't meditate. So meditate and then don't meditate the next day, and just do a replay of like, my yesterday was like this and my today is like that. It's like that. Very important. Subtle yet important, impactful. Are we done?
I hope you all took advantage of
I'm
that
very hungry.
32% match. I hope you did.
Oh,
A
the
lot of you all
bonus.
did the bonus. Yes.
Yeah.
Now it's dropped back down. If you got in late, it's 25% bonus.
Yeah.
Okay. But listen, if you need to know more about committing, because you know, in order to do financial planning, you have to commit.
Mhm.
And it's not a quick wham bam thank you ma'am. It takes time, you know. It really is. Financial planning is by far something that you have to have discipline, and you have to commit to it. You have to stick to it and say, okay, I'm going to do this. And you can't keep looking and saying, are we there yet? Are we there yet? It takes time. And before you know it, if you're doing what you're supposed to do, time is on your side. I always say when you're doing the right thing, time is on your side. When you're doing the wrong thing, time is against you
Mm-hmm.
because
It feels like it's slow. It's going slow.
and you come into your demise, you know? So
Mhm.
yeah, Tara says,
Love meditation. Do it every morning. It shows. You ever? You probably don't. But when Tara and I text, always a ball of beautiful, glowy, fun,
I've always felt
positive energy.
like that about Tara since the way I met her.
Oh my
Neil
gosh.
the same way. They just some cool,
always just it's just like,
cool,
oh
live, love,
yes.
let love. You know,
Mhm. Just happy. Yeah, even when we would do our trips, we would travel. Yes,
Ever
yes,
since I
yes,
met them,
yes. Oh,
they
yeah.
just
Very
clean
good. So
like,
it shows. Your meditation shows. It glows. Meditation got you glowing.
like a drink of cool, sparkling
Look at
water.
your reputation, T. That's
My
awesome.
man Neil too, like a drink of cool,
Yeah, Neil's
running
calm too.
water.
Yeah.
Just peaceful. All right,
Good.
listen. I hope you all learned something, or just our conversations on Wednesday, just enough to just spark your interest, because it's all about self, me, myself, and I. We talk
Mhm.
like this because it deals with the mind, and I guess it's supposed to get you ready for dealing with this financial world and this maze and things that are happening, and a lot of anxiety. They say people having anxiety because they're drifting
Mhm.
and they're not focused. But as soon as you start focusing, getting a goal, and we all should have a goal. And once you accomplish that goal, get another goal. That's what life is all about. You know, creating goals and accomplishing them and growing and developing and expanding, because we are in an expanding universe. It continues, man. Whatever they think, how far they always discovering other planets, aren't they?
Absolutely.
Can you imagine they still
love that.
discovering other galaxies and planets out there?
Well, you know, because we live under a dome.
Oh Lord, Jesus. Okay.
So of course they want to pop one up over here and over there. We got another planet.
Okay, we live under the dome. You got proof of that? You do? I want you to show me that proof.
I
want you-
sure do. I
You said we
sure
live under
do.
the dome. You know.
We do. So what was that? What was I gonna say when you're talking about the mind and you said this is the prerequisite for money? Did you say that?
Yes.
Or did I make that up?
Yeah, just the foundation. You got to have your mind right in order to get your money right.
And it's true, right? So I always say mindset before money set, because think about it. Your thoughts are what dictate the actions that you take. So if your mind is cloudy and cluttered with pessimistic thoughts, negative thoughts, or thoughts that aren't progressive, how do you think you are going to get some money? How do you think you're going to grow financially? And oftentimes people don't realize that they pass up opportunities because mentally they cannot see it. They cannot wrap their mind around it. So it's an opportunity. It's $1 million opportunity, and you can't wrap your mind around it. So you're like, oh, I gotta wait. I have to wait till the economy changes. I have to wait for this. This is it. This is the new economy. This is it. We ain't going back to before 2020 and eggs was $2 or however much they were. We ain't going back. This is it. So if you're waiting for something, then you're going to find yourself behind, not only mentally, but financially as well. But if you expand your mind and open up your mind to say, okay, let me break that old conditioning and thought pattern that may have worked before, but it doesn't work now. And I need to do the mental work to be able to open myself up. Because when you do the mental work and you open yourself up, then money is no problem. Like, we're not beefing over money. Money is not a problem, because you're able to then see the opportunities. You're able to then make the connections. You're able to then go ahead and do what you need to do because you can see it mentally, but it starts in your mind. Wealth starts in your mind first. Your money starts in your mind first. And y'all have to understand that. And if you don't understand it, then you'll just be at the space to where you are where you are. And it doesn't mean you're poor. It just could mean you're comfortable. Right?
Stagnant. Yeah,
You're comfortable. And this is all it's going to be. There are a lot of people who are singing the song and beating the drum of this is just how it is.
Yeah, they believe that.
Because you won't change your mind.
Yeah, they believe
that's deep. Because you won't
is.
change your mind.
It is just how it is, because they won't change their
because
mind.
You won't change your mind. Could you imagine if you change your mind?
Yeah.
It won't be like that no more.
Change your mind, change your thoughts, your world
Oh
will
my
change.
God,
change your mind. Yeah. I think there's a song like that, right?
Probably before I was born.
I think SWV. Change your mind or something.
Free your mind.
Yeah.
The rest will follow.
Right. Free your mind. Something will follow.
Because I make up wrong words all the time.
You do?
Wrong lyrics. Oh, yeah. But I be singing to the top of my lungs.
Oh, man.
Don't stop me.
You can't get to that's my jam, huh?
It do be my jam with the words I made up.
Life is what you
free your mind, and something will follow. The rest will follow.
And you believe, make commitment and say, okay, I'm going to do this, and you do it. I love that. I love that. I hope you all enjoy and got some out of this show today. If you did, put a 1, like I should say, put a 1 if you
Drop a
learned
1 in the
something.
comment
Drop a
section.
1 in the comment section, and then just let us know that because the whole thing that we talk about this is for you to just provoke thought, new thought, and say, never looked at it like that, because it's all about you. We talk about us and the situation, but it's together. We are together. We're one. We really are. And one thing that you gotta let go is that fear. It's gonna be okay. I mean, think about it. 2022 is gone. 2020 was gone. It's 2023 and half. 2023 is half gone. You know what I mean? Yeah. So this too shall pass. Say that. This too shall pass. Because the universe is so vast, it's going to keep on. It's how you think about it and how you handle it. And you always, I promise you, there's always a way to get out of it. It's always a solution to every challenge, every problem that you have. It's how you view it, how you look at it. But life goes on.
Yeah. And if you're in the South Florida area, join us tomorrow at the office. Give me a call, 305-825-1444. We are having an event at 7:30 p.m. right here in the office. We're going to talk about what you need to do to change your mind to be able to change your money story. So I'm very excited about this event. I'm going to get real deep. It is and practical. Not too much. I'm not going to tell them about the aliens.
Please don't.
No, I'm joking. No. But if you
don't tell them about we live in a dome. Don't tell them about
that's for. That's
okay, good. Right.
I tell my people in Warrior Training Camp. That's the conversation that we have.
Oh, that's so wonderful.
Yes, and we are all thriving and prosperous and doing phenomenal.
Oh, I know y'all are.
But tomorrow night, we are going to be talking about what's your money story, how to release that old money story and create a new money story. We're going to do the work right here in the Henderson Financial Group. So if you haven't registered yet, call me at the office, 305-825-1444.
Is there a cost for it? Are you charging anything for it?
Absolutely.
Oh, you are? Okay. You gonna have some refreshments or something?
Absolutely not. No.
7 o'clock is like supper time.
7:30.
Okay.
You get to eat before you come. But I'm going to feed you with knowledge and information. It really is going to be
life-changing.
How long is it
going to last?
2 hours.
2 hours from 7:30 to 9:30?
Just because you eat dinner late, you're supposed to eat dinner about 5 or 6 because you got to give your body time to adjust and your body time to digest the food. Stay focused. I'm not feeding.
I love that. Okay, thank you. Thank you for sharing that information.
You're welcome. Would you like me to share some more information that is exciting?
Yes.
Cutting edge?
Yes, at another time. Right now, we got to go because I got to get to work.
Me too. I'm hungry. Did you bring your lunch?
No.
Okay.
Are you going to order something fancy?
Ding, ding, ding.
You're not doing Ramadan?
Nope.
Oh, okay.
I'm doing a modified version of Ramadan.
Oh, you like that other Muslim guy who told me?
No.
Doing.
Well, I don't know who he is, but I'm doing a modified version. So I listen to my guys. They tell me how to do it.
Oh, okay.
So you want me to tell you what they said?
No, yeah. Not right now. I don't want people to hear that. I don't want the people to hear that.
Saturday at 9 a.m. Tune in for the Understanding Money Show at 9 a.m. in the a.m. And then on Wednesday, we'll be back next week.
Yes.
12:30-ish, 12-ish.
Yes, with another show.
With another show, Transitions.
Dealing with the mind and
the aliens and angel numbers and the dome that we live under.
Okay, you snuck that in. You snuck that dome, the alien, all that stuff in.
I just want people to just... Well, here's the thing about the alien thing. Just really quickly, they've been talking about it more. When mainstream is talking about it, they have an agenda. So mainstream is talking about it more. Y'all need to be mindful of that, but we won't talk about it.
I've been thinking, I've been new to aliens have landed, and a lot of people have been bit. And because people are acting more crazy, because I know that it's just not human thought. I mean, it's just some crazy. I've been there a long time ago. It's been about 20, 30 years ago.
But when they start talking about it mainstream, that's where you like, they up to something.
That means a lot of them here now.
Well, and it means that they have an agenda, and you don't really want to get into that.
Well, as long as I know that I am protected by the creator, by the source. Okay, we got to go.
And your ancestors.
Can't forget them. Can't forget them.
They can hear you right now.
I know. Can't forget them.
Until next time, y'all. Peace.
Love. Happiness. Joy.
And soul.
And togetherness. Remember the ants. Y'all like